All right. Hello, everyone, to the second episode. Now we can start talking.
Oh, I love talking. Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Yellow.
How we doing?
Hello,
It's your boy.
everyone.
Howdy.
It's your boy.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
do that.
I see that Jam has sunglasses on today. So.
I have better sunglasses than Draken. I mean, what? No. Who wants to say hi
Wow.
next?
Is it?
Ah, but
Jeez.
mine's the original.
I had
Yeah,
to remove my sunglasses because someone called me a grandma.
Oh. We have-
a compliment. I
Mm.
like my grandma.
We have new people here today. Actually, we have Draken also. Welcome to Unorthocast. And we have
Thank you,
Kruvolk. And we have Fleshly. Welcome,
Hi.
everyone.
Teach, try not to say my name incorrectly challenge. Difficulty impossible.
That has been since day one, I think.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
We get a
fleshy.
chocolate
I'm
for
fleshy
every
in
time you say it
mine.
wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get fat. Yeah, I do gotta say these seats are pretty comfortable. Has the budget increased lately? Because I mean, like this is
Right?
nice.
We are in space now. And we have good sponsors. It's air.
It is cold. Can I get a blanket? No.
It's no.
You should have brought a suit.
Yeah.
Can I get some oxygen?
Should have been in a onesie. It's nice and toasty.
And if I don't like an answer, I will just kick you out in space.
Like Among Us.
Like Among Us.
Sus.
I call an emergency meeting.
I think it's
Why did we spend money on microphones? We should have gotten a red button.
yeah.
That's true.
I think Jam is sus.
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
Look at
you're
his
not wrong.
look at those
Facts.
glasses.
Yeah.
Ejectocito, cuz.
Yeah, and the fact that he blinks.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oof, that's it.
Mm,
All right.
kinda-
sneaky.
Today's topic is a deep one. It's also what we are here for. We are all content creators in various numbers. We have like those of 1K or more, like thousands of followers, and then those who doesn't have thousands of followers, and then also mental health. And we don't laugh at when we say mental health.
I wasn't laughing at the mental health. I was laughing at the thousands of numbers.
Yeah,
Trying to spark our mental health.
Thousands are a number. Just saying.
Thousands.
So, first question of today is about content creation. So that's part one. Part two is gonna be like more content creation in what we think more general of it, and then the third part is gonna be mental health and content creation, and try to basically bring everything together. So, can you describe the type of content that you create and what inspired you to choose this niche?
What kind of content? The ones I like the most are the time lapses where I've like timed the music to the time lapse and tie it all together because it usually feels very dramatic. But I started with just kind of like the let's play that was very lightly edited, and I really appreciate that in a way. I don't know. Not the best answer. Somebody
Somebody.
Somebody save her. She's drowning. Oh no, help her.
No.
She's.
Oh, we are so
No.
toxic today.
We always are, Teach. Welcome to UnorthoBlocks. Oh, self promo right there. Type of content, very easy. Games. I was so specific, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie, UnorthoBlocks, Minecraft, I love y'all, but you're not my number one. It's just games.
Fake.
Yeah, I
Fake.
know. Very fake.
Fake.
I'm sad.
Imposter.
Yeah, throw me out.
Out the airlock.
Airlock.
I'll make sure to take those thousands of numbers with me.
Type of content that I make is mainly Minecraft, but I like to kind of expand into, the alternate variety niche, I guess. I decided to do Minecraft just because I can kind of tell stories a little bit better, be a little bit more expansive on the content. I'm not just stuck, Apex Legends. What are you really creating? It's just good games. That's it. Minecraft. I can do Pokemon anime. I can do, a plethora of things. So yeah, it's very, you can expand upon it, and that's why I like it.
Yeah, I don't bother editing my stuff. I don't really do much in terms of content. No, I started on live streaming, actually, funnily enough, on Twitch. That's started my journey, and it was Let's Plays. And then I switched to Minecraft along the route. And it started off as very much like the Let's Play sort of thing, but it then evolved really quite heavily over especially the last several seasons of UnorthoBlocks, where it's become very episodic. And it's a bit of a mixture of a lot of things. I like to be a little bit tongue-in-cheek sometimes, but also, obviously, side by side with all the sort of big builds and stuff that I do, I like to show them off quite considerably and sort of explain the processes behind it, but also like to put a little bit of plot in there as well. So I like a little bit of everything. There's no sort of one thing that I do, really, I suppose.
I wanted to teach. Actually, my first kind of content was more educational content. And then someone said it would be cool if our teacher would do Minecraft. And I was like, yeah, let's go.
You're very cool.
And then I saw different content creators, and I think I tried to emulate them a little bit, and then I found my way of doing it. And now I'm toxic. So
Yeah, internet does that.
Toxic and terrible at GeoGuessr.
Oh,
Didn't need to bring that up.
Oh,
That's rough, buddy.
Zing.
That's good.
Zing.
That is good.
All right, Jam.
Oh no. My content is the absolute chaos soup of Minecraft content. I tried to take that classic Let's Play episodic style and just turn it into a fever dream, basically. If someone has watched a video of mine and questions if they dreamt it, then that is the ultimate compliment to me. Yeah, I just want to have fun. I do wish I uploaded a bit more regularly, but I'm having fun, so that's good.
A bit more,
More
regular.
regular?
Why are y'all always lying to these people?
Yeah.
It's just like how we're so
Holy
humble.
cow.
Don't even
I
give
think
him
we're just
time.
for compliments, to
Oh.
be fair.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah,
He thinks he's so famous.
Yeah.
I am famous. I'm on this podcast.
You're so good, shit. Yeah.
Mom,
You're so
I made
good
it.
shit.
So I make Minecraft content. I picked that because of the flexibility, because you can do. Honestly, I believe you can do any kind of content you want to make with Minecraft if you put enough effort into it. So I like that aspect. So, I jump around. I'm still trying to find my perfect niche that I like, but I like experimenting with all the different areas, Let's Plays, story, time lapses, big builds, small builds. It's like it all.
Believe it or not, I started with my niche. My target niche was chill Minecraft Let's Plays. I'd get all close to the microphone and I'd whisper ASMR style.
Speak things in your ear that I want to hear.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tell me what I
that's
want to hear.
Yeah. It's total
sure.
opposite to the type of person I am. So it wasn't very sustainable. And then I did the whole story style centric content around the second season of the UnorthoBlocks. And now I make a fool of myself on Twitch.
The occasional cooking stream that makes
Oh
everyone.
yeah, the occasional cooking stream. Yeah. Oh man, that was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
You
Great
should
times.
you should do hot tub streams also.
Oh,
I'm sure you'd love to see that, wouldn't you?
Number one
Yeah,
contributor
brother.
right there to that.
Yeah, my only ducks.
Heck yeah.
All right, next question. Do you prefer to follow trends, or do you focus on creating something that is timeless?
Great
I prefer-
question, Teach.
I do tend to follow the trends a little bit, but not actually implement them. So I tend to see what's going on, what's going in it, and then see what I bring in and what I don't. I don't want to get. I find for myself, I would burn out if I was constantly trying to keep on top of whatever the latest trend is, because the effort you need to put in to actually really take that and perfect it and put it in. So, and I'm really doing content creation because I want to build the things that I want to make and the things I want to see. So if I'm just following trends, then I'm not building the things that I want to make, and that's going to then become very just wear me down in time. So for me, I do like to see the trends, and sometimes I'll implement them in if it's something that I feel that could be add to the stuff that I'm doing, and I'm going to enjoy doing it. But I don't worry too much about actually being on top of it all the time.
Yeah, there's
I
a
know.
As a-
Yeah, go ahead.
trend, I will try and do everything other than the trend because I'm different. Yeah, I'm so
you're
Gucci
so
on
unique,
Oh,
Jampot. There's like definitely a nice middle ground with that sort of thing, because if you chase the trends or even what works, there's always someone out there that's gonna either A, do it better, right, or B, do it more often, and you're gonna absolutely lose your mind and your footing and everything. You're gonna fall flat on your face, really, is the way to put it, if you don't pace yourself, right? So it's way better to do what you want to do more. Ala, what Draken said. You gotta be sure of your own abilities there in that regard.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, do what makes you happy. I will say, since taking a marketing class, because I've added marketing as a minor to my degree, I've become more aware of the importance of trends and keywords and things like that. But I don't think it's going to change how I do my content. I might be just a little more aware of like tags and such. But I don't know. Unless there's something that really pulls my eye in future, like maybe another Skyblock variant or something. I don't think I'm gonna continue. Like, I'm not gonna follow a trend. I probably won't.
The problem
They're
I
good to be
have-
aware of, though.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh,
My bad.
you really
Oh my god,
wanted
Ionis
to.
is
Oh,
died.
passionate about this one.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I,
Stand up for it.
my push to talk is right. My caps lock, so it's right above my getting unshifted. Now we're closer, Sunny. Hello.
Hi.
The problem with trends, a lot of trends, when you go back at it, they're started because what? A bigger content creator made a video on something, right? That's usually how it starts. Usually. And from there, you just try to copy it and repeat it. And nobody, well, not nobody, usually they don't make it their own. I've seen plenty of people blow up on their own for their own content. As long as they're consistent, it's well edited to a degree, and they are an enjoyable person to watch. So I have seen it with all my years on YouTube, where you can still get views and make your own trend by just being you. So really, the only thing that I ever feel like I might want to follow trend-wise is literally just Minecraft updates or game updates. But that's, again, a different genre when you think of content. It's not game playing, it's actual teaching what's happening in an update, news kind of content. And that gets way more clicks because it's evergreen, well, to an extent until the next update comes out, right? But that's a totally different side to look at the content. But if you're looking purely at games, honestly, I don't think you need to copy anyone because they're looking for authentic people.
Yeah, I actually agree with that a little bit. I'm always after the trend, so I always go with the trend that is like 3 years old, and then the Gucci gang. And it's because I don't follow trends. I don't really care. I do content because I like doing content. I don't do it because I want to get the views, really. Like that's a bonus for me.
Yeah, that's an important mindset to have doing anything, because if you chase success in a matter that isn't what you are or falls in line with the type of person you are, if you get that success, you're just gonna feel hollow. You know what I mean? It's just gonna feel like kind of ill-gotten gains.
Right. Yeah. Because if you got your success from a trend that isn't particularly something your strength, your fan base is gonna expect you to keep up with that. So if you got big off of hardcore, but you don't actually like hardcore, they're gonna expect you to keep playing hardcore, which will lead to maybe some resentment and burnout. So
Oh god, yeah. I have a personal anecdote about that specifically.
Go for it.
With the class.
Yeah. So a few years ago, when RLCraft was the big thing in the modded scene, I had a multiplayer series with a few friends of mine, that got picked up by the algorithm pretty good. The first episode got like 60,000 views or something like that. And hey, guess what I hate playing a lot? RL Craft. And
Oh,
that
no.
created a big divide in my community, and it eventually just resulted in me going like, all right, anyone that mentions anything to do with RL Craft, because I'm sick of hearing about it, I'm just not going to respond to. And that's not good for anybody, right? So don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Like
Oh,
I think that's one of the biggest faults in YouTube right now is young people going and thinking, if I do stuff like this content creator, I will become big and I don't need to do anything else rest of my life, basically. And life doesn't really work like that.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. I mean, you should really treat it as a hobby, really, to be, and if you are lucky enough to one
Yeah.
day for it to actually go bigger, great, amazing. But otherwise, it's your side passion, and it's
Stay
the way
in school,
it is
kids.
the way it is for most people.
I mean,
and
Draken
most
has
content creators.
Draken has a great series about this. You should go and listen
Oh,
to it.
self plug.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, thank you. Yeah,
Podcast sponsor.
Sponsored by
more content
Draken.
creation SMP advice. Yes, which I need to get back and make some more episodes on. But part of the idea, I do enjoy making that series. But yeah, part of the joy of it is that I can pick it up and drop it as I need to, as I feel inspired. Because again, I always do things when I feel inspired rather than keeping things regular. So
Yeah, if I may say something on the trends thing, because honestly, that's how my channel blew up. Not blew up like I'm not saying, oh, I've got 300,000 subs, but I'm saying that my first video that I put out on this channel was a Valorant thing. It got 70 views. Okay. I lost power in my house for 4 days. Was like, I really want to do this this Minecraft thing. 100 days. 100 days is probably one of the most popular trends. So I was like, I want to do something doing the 100 days. I want to try it out. This seems fun. This seems cool. I did 100 days in One Piece, and the first 3 days that video got 120,000 views. And I just saw the subs soaring, and I was like, wow, this is great. The trends are, I'm following that trend. It's awesome. This is cool. The views are going up. And then as I moved more towards away from it, about a few months later, I was like, this is kind of boring. I'm going to do my own thing now. And so then I did. I still continue to do the 100 days thing, that trend, but it's because I find it fun now. Back then, I was just following the trend. Nowadays, it's just whatever I like to do because it's more fun because I started to lose quality over quantity.
Yeah, and seeing that number go up is it's like a drug. It's dangerous.
Yes, 100%. So now I just find it fun to do the 100 days things, and I mean, I even did the one with just doing nothing, just standing in one spot and doing nothing.
That one was art. That was great.
It was so dumb, but it's just what I wanted to do.
I think that's really important though as well. You were mentioning about numbers just a second ago and how it can be like a drug, as Leslie just said. And it was something I used to do when I was streaming as well. Is I used to turn off the view count.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you can get too sidetracked by it. And it's the same as well with your videos. Though your videos, it works differently slightly to what is a view count on a stream. It still can be like, if you just sit there, it's like watching it going up or trying to watch it go up and then getting frustrated when the latest video doesn't do as well as the one previously. And you can almost end up just chasing the numbers rather than just enjoying the process, which is what we do this.
Yeah.
Facts.
Are we feeling satisfied? Let's jump
Never.
to. All right, let's go into a little bit more deeper into your content creation. How do you define success in content creation, and do you think this definition has evolved with your experience?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Success is like, it's different for everybody. right? There's a word for that, but I have too few brain cells to remember what it is. But it's different for everybody, and if you have a metric that measures your own idea of what your success is, great. But content creation in and of itself is a slow process, right? So it's always like you got to start small, right? Like with anything, any big project, really. That's important. It's important.
Yeah.
I will, to touch on that, I will kind of say, like, I measuring success as long as someone is enjoyed by one of the videos, me personally, that's what success means to me, just because it means I made something that someone enjoys, honestly.
Mhm.
And that's what I mean, let's be honest, that's what we all make it for, right? I mean, we want to be artistic with our content, and we make this video so that way someone either pulls something from it or someone enjoys it, right? Because we wouldn't be making content if people hated our stuff anymore. So it's like continuing to make cars that constantly blow up. You wouldn't make those anymore, would you?
It's the margin.
But has that evolved through your
So
experience?
yeah. I would just say, yeah, if someone enjoys it, that's my definition of success, is that it was a successful video because someone enjoyed that thing.
Yeah.
Kind
For
of-
me,
Oh,
sorry.
we keep talking at the same time.
I know it.
No, you go first.
I was just gonna say it's like that self-satisfaction, right? Like you feel really good when you complete that video and you get it up and and someone has been receptive to it. Like that's what it is for me. I even if it's just you guys, I'm very happy that I made y'all happy and with something I created. So that is the success in creation for me, is just kind of that, because it did start more as, first it was more of like journaling. In a way, it was just making videos of what I was doing and learning how to edit and stuff like that. But it's evolved over time. At some point it became success would equal community. If I had my own community, and I found that with UnorthoBlocks. I found it with y'all. I found it with our fans. I found it with our I don't know, associates. I don't know what I would call them, but the friends we've made, and along the way with other SMPs and other creators. I don't know what to call them.
No, that's good.
Yeah, it has evolved. It did evolve from journaling to community to whatever, and now it's just more of like a satisfaction. Honestly, if I get that little ping, that little like serotonin or whatever it is, that little boost when somebody is like, "Great job," I'm like, "Thanks, I did great," and that makes me happy. So that's kind of me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
happy
building on from what's already been said, for me, success is a good combo of, if there are people having fun watching my videos, and mainly if I'm having fun. Like I found when I joined UnorthoBlocks, it's the focus to me switched a bit more to just, these are really cool people that I'm having a really good time hanging out with. I just want to make videos so I can document these memories and keep them saved somewhere. That's kind of what it's become to me. And then it's an extra bonus if I see like cool people I recognize in the comments, in a live stream chat, being like, "Hey, good job," and that's like, "Yay!" Again, as you said, the serotonin rush there. So I find it's a good mix between satisfying myself and the joy you get from satisfying the people who are watching.
I find your definition of success directly relates to how your mental health is with content creation. Because I'm not gonna lie, my definition of success has always been practically the same over 7 years, where I'm having fun. You can come along if you want, bottom line. Lately, it's shifted slightly more into it's memories for my friends, like Jan was saying. However, I have seen creators come and go. If their success is, oh, I didn't hit the views that I wanted, I didn't get the money that I wanted, I didn't get the sponsorship that I wanted, I didn't get to join the SMP that I've been trying to get into that I literally know no one on and I haven't talked to anyone, but now I'm sad. Like, if any of those is your market line for success, you're going to get depressed, you're going to get burnt out, you're going to quit. It's just going to happen. I'm sorry. I've seen it too many times to say otherwise. So if you have a good head on your shoulders where you can make a attainable goal for your success margin, then you're not going to get burned out as easily as a lot of other people out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the thing to remember, I think, here as well is that success can be a number of different things. And we already defined there, a few people have said, whether it's making someone happy or, we've touched on as well that many people go on to like, or X amount of views or X amount of subscribers or whatever that might be. But it can be a number of things, and it can even be little small goals. So it could be even like the success in your next episode of trying a different editing technique. And it's just having those little defined moments that just push you that a little bit forward that you're trying to look forward to, that you get to be happy that you've done it as you go forward. It's like, I used to do band years and years ago. And for me, we never made any money off it. Technically, if you define like we do with views and subscribers, never made, for bands, it's making money, making it the big time. But for me, the success was I got to play on the stage. I got to get over that sort of, anxiety of getting up in front of people and performing. I got to turn around and meet some of my sort of bands that I sort of really adored. And, I really enjoyed them from the team, got to actually meet them on a personal level. And I got to travel all across the UK and into Europe. So for me, my band was very successful. Did it make money? No. But did I get a lot of good things out of it? Yes. And for me, that was success.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say the same for me also. Like, I started to like watch, like when you have when you upload a video and you go into YouTube Studio and to the dashboard and where you see how many people have seen your video, and you like, oh, it's just 20. Oh, okay. That made me sad, and after a while I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna even, like, when I upload a video, that's it. I don't go into the dashboard anymore. I have already put it in the right playlist, and I don't really care. I care more like that I am like, oh, I'm proud of this video. I like it. I think I did a good job, and I think that's success. Like when you feel like I can be proud of what I do, and it was fun. I met good people around, and and if people then like it or don't like it, that's not up to me to decide. So I can't make people like my content. So so I can just enjoy myself and my own thoughts about my own content. So, and that's successful because everyone knows that I have like 1 million subscribers in my own head.
Oh
Every
yeah.
But isn't that part of it? It's about being, once you've produced something, is that feeling that it was worthwhile you doing it.
Yeah.
And it was worth doing it. And this is where we have our measures of success on it. And that's what feeds back to that idea that this is worthwhile doing, which is why you've got to be careful about tempering what you're measuring as success.
Yeah.
And if you can come to the end of it and say, look, I consider this successful because I made an episode I enjoyed making. That's success, in itself. And then you can say afterwards, I didn't feel drained from doing that.
Next question is, what challenges do you think are most commonly underestimated by new content creators?
The
How
work
much time?
The sheer hours.
Yeah. Gosh, people just click on a video and they think, man, this looks amazing. It's easy to be a YouTuber, hop into it. And they don't know the first thing about what it takes, what keyframing is, or what special effects, or, I mean, how subscribe, like the what it takes to get those subscribers and stuff inside. It is so much work to be your own graphic designer, video editor, marketer, actor. and director. Like
Yep.
that's YouTubing content creation in the most condensed nutshell that I can think of. So I would say the work and workflow it takes.
Mhm.
If you're
Not
gonna
to
get into
mention,
content creation, you gotta understand, like, okay, how much time am I gonna dedicate to this? Because you can easily sink 40 hours a week into just making videos and get one video out a month, depending on what kind of video you're making.
Yeah.
It's a time sink.
it really is. It is. And then if you add live streaming on top of it, which is a whole nother thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I know she's shaking her head. But yeah, you add live streaming, and yes, then you're also keeping chat entertained, because live streaming is about chat more than it is the game. So like you're trying to conversate with your community and grow your community and hang out with them. On top, you're probably thinking, oh, should I clip this here for future content? Should I, what do I do? Are people bored? Is the music too loud?
Yeah.
Like it's, and then there's a lot of prep that goes in before you even start the stream. So
Yeah.
Why
Gotta
are
be an
people
audio
not?
professional.
Yeah. Why are people
Everything.
not chatting? Am I boring?
can we talk about how hard it is to sit there and talk to yourself? Because you have to keep talking to yourself just in case someone comes in.
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
cake.
that's why I
Sonny.
moved away from it and moved into YouTube content and video creation, because I did it for about 2 years when I was doing it with the Elder Scrolls, and then moving into Minecraft. I was streaming 3 to 4 times a week on a regular basis with a regular schedule. And it's hard work. It is very, very hard work going on there for like several hours at a time, 2 to 3 hours, and trying to sort of entertain people. And you have those streams where it's just you talking to yourself. There's no one conversing back, and yet you still got to try and keep it entertaining for the people that come in. And then the other times where you get lots of people in, but they're talking about all sorts of random stuff that maybe not even yourself is actually really wanting to engage with too much. You're not really that massively interested, but you want to keep them entertained, so you do. It was hard work, and I was like, actually, I just want to build the stuff I want to make. This is why I ended up going over to doing more video content in the end.
Yeah.
I mean-
if you're not a good ad-libber, like if you can't just keep going with a bit, or like, because like really streaming in and of itself is just, you're making a fool of yourself for the people watching. Like it is just a clown show, and you're the clown. And
Or
you
watch
gotta
other
be ready
people
for
be
that.
clowns.
That's
And-
true.
I would say also for like new content creators, and actually like new streamers that I've been like, if I go into Twitch and I watch someone that is totally new, they're like, oh, I don't need a moderator, or oh, I don't need a good team behind me, and I'm like, yes, you do. You really do. Even
You absolutely do.
Yeah, even if it's you and another person have a good team behind you that will be there, because you will miss stuff. You will miss stuff in chat, and you will people will spam, and then you have to put up like you have to stop the game, and you will do wrong. And the grind is like,
God.
when you have recorded everything, you're like, oh, now I'm done. No, then the editing starts. The rendering. The first time I touched like replay mod, I did this long replay of a build, and it was like 35 minutes long, and I basically put 2 points. I basically went like, with keyframes every second, and then for the whole 30 minutes, and it took like another 2 hours to render, and I'm like, why does it take so long? Like and then the end product, because every time lapse segment was different lengths, so I couldn't just go into like Premiere and then fast forward everything for like 1000% or whatever, 1000 times the length, and So every time lapse was different in different lengths. Instead of just knowing that you can just do that in replay mode and directly.
It's a learning curve. It
Yeah,
is.
it is. And I think people just think that they just upload. They just record something and then they upload it. It's not that easy. And then you have the music. Then you have the music and the jungle that is copyright-free music. Oh, don't go there. I've been stuck in that forever. When you don't, can I upload this with this music track on? Can I not? Is it gonna be claimed?
Oh God.
Yeah.
You're like, am I safe? Am I not? I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, I'm safe. Oh, yeah.
For now.
Did I credit though? Did I credit the music? Oh no, I did not. So in 2 months, I got the copyright claim of a video that I uploaded for, I think it was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Had 2 views.
They want those 2 views.
They do. They really do.
They need it.
Yeah. And stuff like I don't believe people are thinking how stressful that is, actually, or it becomes stressful.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that,
yes.
everyone has a job, also.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have life.
Yeah.
I've learned to, when I do, like you said, replay, you don't realize sometimes replay mods will take an hour or 2 hours, depending on the quality and how long it is, to just queue them up and then go clean the kitchen or something. Go hang out with my kids, watch some TV, work out, just like, do something while it's rendering. Like I've started to get into that kind of flow, but that's something like I just now recently started doing that. Like it has taken me years to get to this point where I'm like, okay, I have to manage my time better.
Not just replay as well. Also,
No.
if you start doing like me and Sunny do from time to time, the Blender animations as well, and that's a whole nother level again.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Oh,
you know, that
100%.
takes even longer once you start doing Blender animations and stuff as well to get there, because then you have to build the whole scene, and then the render takes even longer than a replay render does. And then only to find that you got it wrong at the end anyway, and you have to go back and re-edit everything and then re-render it.
Yeah. 2 hours wasted.
Absolutely
Yeah.
brutal. That's
It's
when
a
you
lot.
cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst when you export the last file from Premiere and then you rewatch it and you're like, oh yeah.
Oh, dude, don't get me started on that. The volume is too high in this part, and you're like, crap, I gotta go back and do this again, adjust it like 3 decibels down, and then re-export it. It sucks.
It's
10
so
episodes
much.
of subscribe rather than subscribe.
Yeah.
No, that's when you leave it in on purpose so that people can yell at you in the comments and you get more interaction.
Subscribe to the UnorthoBlocks YouTube channel for more Unorthocasts.
Yeah. I think one of the videos that I had on Better Minecraft, it was the first one I wanted to do, and I did a cutscene where it was like, so by the way, in my previous videos I've been saying I want to do a hardcore world, blah blah blah, and it did like the TV static thing.
Oh,
You won't believe how many comments say that, oh, that jump scared me. This jump scared me. Oh my gosh, that scared the crap out of me. And I'm like, I'm not taking it out now. I'm just leaving it in there to scare future watchers. I don't care anymore.
I mean,
Or-
right now I'm sitting here thinking earlier I said serotonin, and I'm wondering if anyone by now at this point listening to this podcast has realized I meant dopamine and has already commented.
Yeah.
I hope so.
And
We
then
just start putting deliberate mistakes in, don't we? Yeah. We
The end of your
putting
career,
everyone the
so-
wrong name. And yeah.
I got a comment from a video from like 3 years ago, and they like, why did you do that way? I'm like, yeah, dude, I forgot now.
Because.
This is- yeah. It's like,
Duh.
YOLO.
You want an essay?
I'm tired, man.
Come
Yeah.
on.
I did it for your comment.
Yeah, I was
Just for
waiting
you
3
all this
years for your
time.
comment.
Yeah.
What took you so
Um,
long?
All right. The rise of TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yes, the
Oh,
ticket
God.
oh, we are going there. We are going there.
Oh,
I'm
God.
a big
Oh,
fan, except for
God.
TikTok because they
Ooh.
banned
yeah,
me. But I'm
yeah.
a big fan.
How has that affected like classical content creation? I know it's hilarious that we call content creation classical, but how the traditional YouTube how has it?
I'm gonna say it
changed?
damaged it.
Oh yeah, big time.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Big
say
time.
it
No,
definitely
I
damaged
disagree.
it.
I disagree. Me and Sunny
Well,
have talked
okay.
about this, so,
So
we
let me
disagree.
expand on it though. I feel like it damaged the traditional way that content creators or some content creators approach the way that they make content, because now it's that quick dose of that, what was it that you said, Sonny? Dopamine? Serotonin?
Yes.
Dope.
Um,
It's dopamine.
Dope. It's
So
dope.
it's that quick dose of dopamine. So it's quick form content. And I feel like just people coming up now that see that, it's just reducing the attention span of, people want that quick dose of dopamine, and that's kind of transitioned into long form where everything is quick cuts and fast cuts and jump cuts and big things and bright things in your face and
Mhm.
and it's got to be quick, it's got to be snappy, on to the next subject. And while it is kind of, me personally, I feel like it's damaged that aspect, but at the same time it's been kind of nice because I don't want to sit there and watch a 30, 45,
Yeah.
2-hour video. And I get my quick dose of content in while I'm waiting for something like microwaving some pizza rolls or something. And I can quickly
Right.
scroll through TikTok or YouTube shorts and
Yeah.
be like,
To
oh, that's a
kinda-
funny cat. I want to share
Yeah.
that.
To
Mhm.
kind of expand on that notion there, it's like, yeah, the attention span, whatever. I mean, people have always had short attention spans.
Yep.
But
too long.
what I think the bigger issue is, and sorry, someone deciding to mow their lawn in the background, you might hear that there. But what people are now doing is like what I call just like sludge content, right? Like you just like you're scrolling through YouTube Shorts or TikTok, and you have like these like mini like they're like quizzes or whatever, and it's just
Oh,
like stuff
those.
that takes 4 seconds to edit and create, and you just regurgitate it with the help of like AI or something, right? Like, and you're just
You're onto something,
farming
Fluzzy.
interaction, and I mean it's objectively bad content that like the younger the children that watch Minecraft, because it's something us as Minecraft creators have to understand, is that there's the majority of our audience are young people. That's just how it is with this game. It's changing what people kind of understand as Minecraft content, like fundamentally.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There has, like, my thought on this is there has always been that sludgy content. Like, I really do think about it. There's that voice, and you'll recognize the voice, and there were so many people, the 10 things you might find in Minecraft, and it's just all really dumb did you know? Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, it's all clickbaity, and there's always been that in long form content. The difference is now it can be like just pumped out like that. But that aside, I think the short form is good because it's allowed people who don't have the time to make long form content the opportunity to still make content and still have an audience base. And I think while there's overlap between the audience of long form and short form, like those are two different types of consumers, I guess, but there's overlap in between. But there are still two different types. So your people who are most likely to watch short form are just going to watch short form, and your people who are most likely to watch long form are just going to watch long form, with a tiny little gap of overlap in between. So I don't see it as harmful to the long form community. And like you said, there has always been attention span problems. So I don't
Yeah.
see it. I think it gives good opportunities for content.
I think the main thing is that it's more. It's more. Videos would take longer. Oh, let's go back to the golden age. Charlie Bit Me. It was like, what, a 30-second clip? It blew up, sold for $700,000 as an NFT. That thing would be a short nowadays and maybe blow up. Maybe. But it's always been there. But it's the more factor. TikTok is everywhere. Shorts are growing and it's almost everywhere. AI obviously has a hand in it because it just makes things easier. But again, it's that more. But I've still seen creators blow up with regular long form content. I've seen streamers blow up with actually just sticking to what they're doing and being themselves. And I've seen shorts creators, like let's point out EthoBot. He started with animating shorts. Now he's got a couple million subscribers and his videos do well and he made this full time. It helps animators specifically so much. I've seen so many successful animators go because of shorts. And they wouldn't have had it without it because they've tried and I've seen them try. I just think we're always changing. And again, it's just more in your face now. And that's just how life was going to go anyways. Because let's be real, we are moving very quickly towards a future that we are unprepared and unaware of, and we can't control it. And it's going to get crazier.
I think actually that not all changes are bad. I think we evolve and YouTube evolves. I bring this up in class pretty often that like when I was young, because I'm old, I'm kidding. When I started up with YouTube, like watching YouTube, you could type in and watch a movie. There were no regulations because people didn't know about YouTube, and people didn't take YouTube seriously, and then different content creators started to like really make money of it, and everything, and now YouTube is owned by Google. I actually believe that shorts, I don't like making shorts, but I like watching shorts. And many times when I see it, I can just click on it because it's 3 seconds instead of going into a content creator that I don't really know. When he has a video for 3 hours, really, I'm not gonna watch a 3-hour video of something I don't know is good because I don't have that time. I don't believe anyone has that time. So a content that is quickly that I can get introduced to someone is always a good thing, I think. And then, of course, there is bad things. So, of course, AI, we don't really know what AI is, where it's going, because I think we lost control over AI for a while ago. So.
Already? It's so soon.
I mean, yeah.
And there's going to be a lot with AI. There'll be a lot of legislation. There'll be a lot of things that'll come in as well. There'll be a lot of questions. People are already probing it and asking how much is too much, how it should be used, etc. But it will also change the way we do workflows, for example.
Well, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but TikTok has actually started tagging, just like you tag advertisements and promotional
YouTube
stuff.
does too.
YouTube started doing it too.
YouTube
they
has
will
a toggle
tag
thing.
as AI generated if it's
If you
recognized
don't-
or reported.
If you
as
lie
AI
about it
generated.
too, because you can self-report it when you upload. If you lie about it, you'll get in trouble with YouTube.
Oh,
So I'm hoping there's
That's nice.
yeah, it is very nice. So I'm hoping there's more regulation like that, even if it's not governmental. The private companies, I hope they implement their own, continue to do that.
So we have been doing this for like 50 minutes now, so let's jump into mental health, the last of the thing. And the
yeah.
You know, oof.
Time to get mental.
So, first question. How has your journey in content creation impacted your mental health? Both positive and negative. Everyone is like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Positive is a lot easier to talk about. I mentioned this in the last podcast too, that it's given me the confidence to think that I'm somewhat artistic to a degree. And it's pumped that confidence. Like I've always been okay with public speaking. I've always been okay with talking, and like I wanted to be a therapist. Like I've always been okay with that. But it really just, no, I know I'm good at it. and I can talk and I can stream and I can go on for hours and entertain people. And I know I can do that. And I got it. Negatively, again, it goes back to that whole talk about success. When I started to slip a few times, because it has happened a few times, where you try to chase the goals or you chase the numbers, then yeah, negatively, I'd get a little espresso depresso from time to time. But that's just been an inner conflict that I've had to literally train my brain to not even go there anymore, to make sure that I don't fall into that. And if anything, the only negative I have at this point now, after training my brain for 7 years, is just the time. I wish I had more time. I wish I wasn't so stressed out. I wish I could make all the content I want to make, but I can't because I'm one person and I don't have money to pay other people to help. So it's really just a time constraint at this point. But I've been doing this for a while.
Right. And it's as with any hobby, it's important to like be in a good spot mentally when you go and set out to, begin any journey, any hobby. Because if you're not in a good spot, right, and you're doing YouTube or content creation as a coping mechanism, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a bad combo. Because content creation rewards like the reliability, uploading stuff constantly.
Consistency.
Thank you. Consistency. Content creation rewards consistency. And if you're not in a good spot in your own personal life, you're not going to be consistent. And it's easy to, start a self-loathing spiral, mental boom, all that sort of jazz with that.
You can actually see that in my content. It's no secret, and I've shared it with you guys. I've shared it with fans that I have kids. I go to school. I'm very busy, and have struggled with my mental health. I've had years of therapy, and I've had years of help, and I'm doing much, much better. But you can see it reflected in my content since I started my channel. You can see when I've put 3 videos really close together, but then I disappear for 3 months, and then and it has hurt my channel over time. And I would love to be more consistent with it, but it is a struggle. And while at this point in my content creation journey, it really doesn't bother me too much anymore because I do just do it as a hobby. It is very much a hobby for me. It will affect me negatively when I really want to do something, but real life has gotten in the way. And obviously, real life is my priority. My kids and school and my health and all of that, that is always my priority. So, but then I will get a little bummed, right? When I'm like, man, I really want to record and make this video and do all this, but I can't take the time because I've got a paper due or my kids are sick or whatever. And I'm not upset that I have to take care of a sick kid or write a paper because it's better for my life to do that. But I still have that bit of negative emotion because I'm missing something. I'm missing the fun thing that is mine,
Yeah.
But when I do get to do it, it is so positive on my life. It's so healthy for me because it's something that is me. As somebody who has different identities, I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a student, and people often in my life forget that I am also a person, my own person. So this allows me to be my own person. So it's kind of positive and negatives with that, but you can see it reflected in my channel. Just as a warning to anybody listening, yes, what Leslie said is right. Yeah, your mental health is going to affect, and if you're just using it as a coping mechanism, it might actually hurt your channel or your content.
If you use your channel as a coping mechanism, it will, I think, affect your life. Mostly. It's you get the gratitude, absolutely. You get oof, this video made a lot of views. Perfect. I am in cloud 9, and then you upload next one. It's oh, we're down there.
Yeah. It's hugely bipolar.
It's always like that.
And if you rely on that for your own
happiness, then
happiness,
Mhm.
personal satisfaction, or whatever.
yeah,
It's
then-
tough, especially for those that are starting content creation. You know, as like a teenager or young adult, I have
Mhm.
experience with that myself. Pretty much growing up here with you people. You know, now I'm a functioning adult, but beforehand, I wasn't, and it's tough to be that as a content creator, and then having to go and grow as a person on top of it.
Yeah.
So, you know, be careful, young content creators,
Yes.
about that.
Mhm.
Always
Mhm.
focus on your personal life first.
I think that's like,
Yeah.
and then and with that also said that you get like this, like if you do the Minecraft thing and you see, and I think many of us have done this, that we look at like one of our favorite content creators, and they put out, because we all start by emulating, I think, someone, and then they do really great, and you put out a video and you're like, but mine video, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like 100,000 views bad. Like
Yeah.
it were, but what you don't understand is that they have time.
Yeah.
They
And
have
a team.
and a team, and they have also experience that is vastly bigger than yours. They have
yeah.
they have put down that grinding session that you are on right now. They've been
yeah.
there, but it doesn't show anymore. It doesn't show. So everyone thinks that we can do it, and I think this is the same. Like everyone thinks that, oh, I can become this celebrity, this movie star, or whatever. And in the age of YouTube, it's becoming that content creator, and when you don't, that can, and if you put your personal happiness in your YouTube channel, I'm sorry, you're gonna burn out, and you're
Yeah.
gonna crash, and you need help.
There's always been that, like, oh, you know, everybody wants to be an actor or whatever, right? But YouTube has made it even more accessible for everyone. So there's always going to be people chasing that. And it's, you know, back to what we were talking about earlier to some degree. You can't compare yourself to other people you see succeeding or whatever, right? Because I mean, that's just an unhealthy dynamic to have through and through. But also, like, all the people that are super popular nowadays, they've been in the game for 10 years.
Yep.
You
Yes.
have to
They've
understand
done it.
they've been there
Yeah.
for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
This isn't something you can jump into. I mean, there's obviously people that have, you know, blown up overnight, but that's super unrealistic.
I mean, it's those like 1 in a trillion people that will
Yeah.
blow up overnight. Otherwise, it takes 3, 4, 5, 6, ever.
7.
Yeah, years to
Seven, yeah.
to get to some point, and yeah, that's pretty much what I had to say.
Especially in Minecraft,
Yeah.
which just to note is oversaturated.
Super oversaturated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing, though, talking about the differences in mental health and whether it's positively or negatively affects, and like doing the content creation, doing the actual building the process, it's that creative bit that helps me on a positive side with my mental health, because I need to have that outlet. I'm that type of neurodiverse person who really thrives on having to always do something creative. And if I'm not doing something creative, then I just get drained. So it's really beneficial in that way. But the bit that I find that often gets me like almost screaming is when you end up with frustrating issues during your content creation. People know editing my latest episode recently in our private Discord, I was almost screaming off in there, like, because Premiere Pro, after spending 5 hours editing stuff down, had decided to muck up half the file and everything else like that. And I can find that incredibly adds to the stress and actually negatively impact the mental health as well. So it's really important. It's almost like sort of thinking, oh my God, it's suddenly just gone from being like I'm doing this to enjoy and relax to suddenly like this is giving me the same sort of stress as though something's going very badly wrong in work. and I'm not doing that. I'm not coming home to do this stuff to work. I'm coming home to do this stuff to relax. So yeah, it has that side as well. So I think there are more elements that you do need to consider as well, other than just the impact of when you put the stuff out when it comes back as well. But it's also the actual process of content creation. The actual bits in itself can also have a negative effect if you're not careful.
That's why it's so important to love what you're doing, right?
Mhm.
Because if you don't, you're not gonna put in the 100,000 hours it takes to become a pro at anything, right?
No, that's true.
Mm.
Last question for today is gonna be: how important is community for your mental health and your experience as a content creator? And the community can be on UnorthoBlocks, it can be YouTube itself.
Very,
Yeah, very important.
very, very, very important to have a well balanced, and negativity breeds negativity.
Mhm.
So if you're constantly around negative people, I imagine that your mindset is going to kind of gravitate towards that way, where it's like, everything sucks. This sucks. That sucks. Everything just screw it all. I hate it. It's horrible. And you're around like-minded people like that, and that's where the negativity breeds negativity. Now, in terms of like people who support you, I mean, if people support you doing bad things, you're getting that gratitude of doing bad things, and you're going to continue doing them. So I feel like community is the certain type of community is very, very important to have while you're doing things. Obviously, you don't want a community that supports you doing bad things, because that's bad.
Yeah, you want
But
to surround yourself with people that have similar goals to you.
yes, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah,
the-
I just really appreciate that UnorthoBlocks and content creation are able to work together to give me a hobby that also can give me a community that every day I can wake up and be very excited to get on with these guys, make some content alongside them, just hang out. Very cheesy answer, but it is true.
I mean,
It's good to just have a community, as Shin has said, of like-minded people you can just have fun with, have a good time.
I think UnorthoBlocks has been like really, really important. Like when you have a say tough time, like everyone has tough periods in their lives, and just to be able to join a VC or whatever, and just talk about it with people that maybe having also a tough time, and just be able to like feed on each other, and that just knows that people are there for you. I think like communities are important, not for only for content creators. I think community is something that is important for everyone, to have someone that can be there for you when stuff gets tough, but also when stuff are all right. I think we more often forgets the positive sides of things. When we are doing all right, and share that also. I think many times when you get into a bad state, you always think of that, and then you bring that into the community. And as Shin said, negativity breeds negativity. You don't. And if you then talk with Sunny, and Sunny is also negative, and then we will never be positive in it. But when you can get in, like Jam says, yeah, by the way, Sunny is not negative all the time. Yes,
We are people after all.
yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
Are we?
We all have our ups and downs.
Yeah.
We
It's just
do.
important
We
to
all
have
do.
people to understand that, have that community around you to understand that we do have our ups and downs, and you'll have your disagreements and everything else, and it's about moving on from those as well, not letting it sort of affect the community that you have around you, and it's about being able to work together so that it doesn't actually negatively affect us as individuals. And we do great things here in UnorthoBlocks as well. It's like every time I have the meetings, the admins, people like Sunny and Iondus, will always check in right at the beginning of the meeting, make sure everyone is okay, make sure everyone's good, and what we have is more than just, oh, we're here, all a bunch of people playing on a server, playing stuff. We check in with each other. We make sure everyone's okay. If we haven't heard from someone for a while, we sort of ask if everything's okay. We share our life stories with one another, and make sure, and try and support and help each other where we can, or just be people who sit there and listen when people need someone to talk to as well. And I think that's all very great benefit of the community we have.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the dedication to people that has been here, to put that culture into the server. I like the best example, one of the best channels on our Discord, private Discord, is the tough day thing, and just be able, and it doesn't matter if anyone reads it. It's like, it's for you.
It's an outlet.
It's an outlet for you to just, okay, I have had a tough day. I need to write it somewhere. I can't really write it in on Orthozone, because it's not their fault that you are feeling bad, but you need to write, and then and most often people replies and says, hey, you're not alone, and just that feeling that, oh, okay, I'm not alone. I have like people who actually cares about me. I think when you get to that stage, then community is more of a family than a community, and I think it tends to it tends to become like our content is gonna get better because we are feeling loved inside the community, instead of having to rely on your YouTube channel as your personal happiness.
Unless you got a Roblox community.
Oh,
Those guys just want free Robux.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh,
God forbid we ever get spam invited or joined by a Roblox community. You know what I'm saying? Free Robux are not here.
I agree, though, with that sense of family. I think that's something that sets us apart from what I know. I obviously don't know the inner workings of every SMP ever to exist, but with
don't?
us, I've noticed that. No, I don't. Imagine that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think with us, like, that sense of community is so important for content creators. And with us, we found kind of that family. Everyone seems to have their role, and it's we get closer, like, every week, every event, everything, to the point where we can hang out and we just talk about life, and and it's so incredibly important. Now, obviously, dynamics would be different in different situations. So if we go over to the zone and we're interacting with fans, those dynamics will be completely different. That one's more of like a professional, friendly, depending on how long a fan has been around, that kind of thing. But there's still kind of like a mild barrier there. Because it's like you said, like with us, we have places like our positive tidbits and our tough stuff where we will vent or exclaim to the Discord about what is going on, and we find support in that. Something that you can't do in like a public space, because other people, honestly, if I stub my toe and I just need to yell about it for a minute, other people don't need to hear that. But my friends, who have become more like family to me, y'all get to hear it.
Yeah.
Sorry about your
There are
toe.
aspects. There are aspects of me that you guys know more about than even my close friends in real life, or
Yes.
even my own family. Because we just grown that good and that close, and I would share those parts more freely here than I would do in other places.
Yeah, I really do feel like just being good friends truly is the biggest strength that SMP can have. Like, my hot take in the SMP world, my big controversial sounding hot take, it sounds a bit weird when you first hear it, is that best thing a content creator SMP like us can do is not make content. And I mean that entirely in the sense of just get to know each other, just hang out off the server, just in VCs. Like, you see so many servers nowadays, not calling out anyone in particular, but you see a lot of servers where they don't last very long. It's clear that the people, they've like done applications, they don't know each other very well, and they're just not hanging out. They're only getting to know each other as content creators and not people. But if you just take the time to get to know who you're playing with, it just makes it so much easier to just wake up in the morning and be like, I want to log onto the server, I want to create some content, I just want to have some fun. I think That really is just a big strength you can have as a server. I
No
think we're doing
one-
that well at the moment, in my opinion.
Yeah, no one wants a bunch of employee friends, work buddies. That's not what it's about. It's about actual friends. And UnorthoBlocks is, back to what Sonny said, it's out of all the SMPs and events I've been in, it's extremely unique for just that aspect of it. Because, like, at the end of the day, we're gonna turn off this podcast, and we're all gonna be, chatting and buddies, and that's just how we are, and that's amazing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go back to becoming the role I have, to be the humble guy of the server, and
I'm gonna go
The
back to being
humble,
the nice
non-toxic.
guy
Together,
teacher. I
fake
feel
beard.
that.
the nice guy that that never talks
I'm
bad
sorry,
about
just
it.
realized. Kruvluk, did you just say with the fake beard?
I don't know what you're talking about. I
What?
have no idea what you're talking about.
What?
What?
Call him out.
Wow. Oh, by the way, we can't forget this segment is sponsored by Air. You can't literally not
Air.
live without it.
Wow.
Yep, air. Make
Yeah.
sure to get canned air at your local air store.
Oxygen.
In the description below,
Just
you can
$9.95.
clicking on the link, you get 10% off your first
Yep, I filled the space
purchase.
station with it before we came here. Otherwise, this wouldn't have been possible.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Otherwise-
Air. Thank you
yeah,
to our
thank-
sponsors, Air.
Yeah.
First 10
Yeah, I can
customers get some
code.
schlop for free.
Teach 31
You can
free air
breathe easy.
your first week.
Yeah, we have now done 2
Thank you,
episodes.
Air.
Yeah. Now we have done 2 episodes. It's crazy.
Yay!
We are professionals now.
A veteran
Yep.
now.
Yeah.
Call the presses.
Yeah. All right. Anyone wants to say their last things? No? Perfect.
Last things.
Yep, last things.
Yeah.
Last
things.
Last
things.
things.
The last things.
Last things.
And I don't really know. I can't do the I've been the real better teacher because that's on my channel. This is on UnorthoBlocks channel. So bye.
Humble.
We've been the real
I think it still
Unorthocast.
stands, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we all
This is the real
want
Unorthocast. Yeah.
everyone to be themselves. So be you.
Be
on
you.
UB. Be,
And
be
it's
you.
and with the mental health, it's really important to say that it's really okay to be you. Also, it's
It really is.
most important thing to love yourself, really, or try at least to love yourself.
Yeah.
Um,
Even if you gotta fake it till you make it, eventually you internalize it.
yeah. So
Mhm, mhm.
goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.